Live.
We're live.
Hi.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Craig, what were you saying?
Yeah, what were you saying? What
Yeah,
did you say?
sorry.
I shot and edited a lot of video. I'm going to do
Good.
that.
Cool.
Edit a lot of video tomorrow. I'm going to edit a lot of video the next day.
Cool.
Okay, you know it's the weekend, right?
What's that?
It's the only day that I don't feel obligated to try and cram work into every moment that Eleanor doesn't actively need my attention.
Yeah.
But the weather is going to suck this weekend, and he took his weekend earlier in the week when the weather was awesome.
Well, there you
That's
go.
a good move.
It is not the weekend for you, my friend.
That's a really solid move.
Yeah.
Not the weekend.
I didn't think about the weather, though. I was just being lazy.
Well, you were being lazy, but also like
Lazy
being
because
outside
it was
all the time.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you wanted to come outside all the time.
Yeah.
That
Because
sounds
it's
like
all-
the right idea.
China.
Hey,
Hi, everybody. Hello, all. Update. Hey. I'm going to miss these streams.
We all are, Pokemon Professor.
Bittersweet
Mhm.
last episode, but
Hey,
it is
Matthew.
Saturday in Australia, so I can watch it live with you.
Hey, happy weekend.
Happy weekend, sir. We were just talking about this, guys. We right before the stream started, and we are meant to have a guest. We'll see if he pops in at any point. Pops in. You heard us then?
You wrote that down a week ago. And
I've just been waiting, biding my time.
Tenzin.
So he
It's good.
anyway, we were just talking about how we are going to miss this, and how for me, like, I didn't realize it was coming. Like, it was a fun thing to do, and then all of a sudden, like the last couple of them, all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be saying goodbye to Pops again. I started feeling it.
Mhm.
Well, you
Right
kind
here
of immersed yourself
in the
too.
Yeah, I started watching old updates. I did a whole thing. But prior to this, guys, I was actively not trying to engage too much with Pops, so that I wouldn't like miss production so much, like working on like a show or a movie or something. And this has undone a whole lot of hard work, so thanks.
Great.
I'm glad you posted some of the updates too. Those were fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you just post that we were live yet on Twitter?
Oh no, I'm gonna do that right quick. Please entertain people while I do that.
Here you go. I'm on it. Yeah.
Carlin, that
What?
cloud-looking painting that you keep posting, is that one of yours?
Yeah.
It's like a different vibe than usual. Uh-oh.
No, it's
Well,
just because I'm
there's
doing this.
land, but
It'll
it's
be
at the
gone.
bottom, hidden by my plants.
Gotcha. That's why. It's really beautiful.
Thank you. But it's mostly cloud and sky.
Not that I've ever looked at like a single one of your paintings and been like, ugh, hideous.
Oh, get away.
Thank you.
Wait, did you tweet yet?
Nope.
He's working on it.
Craig, I'm trying. I got it.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
trying.
More
Got
cats.
my
I got
retweet
it.
finger.
It's going.
All ready to go.
It's gone.
There we go.
I did it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know your cats' names, Carlin.
This is Lasso. And
Get
this
right
is
at-
my
get-
room.
Get right in Lasso's face. Get
That's
right
a
in there.
question.
It's
I would love
Yeah.
to see it. Craig is on Twitter, and so I can't see anything. I miss
It's
you
been
guys.
in like 2 of the last couple of posts, or has it been in your stories? I don't always pay attention to posts versus
My room?
stories these days. Your cloud painting.
Oh,
It was a post and a story.
Nicole coming at me. It's time to plug the new Pops Discord. There is a new Pops Discord, and I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I logged onto it last night right after this update was rendering and said I didn't know what was going on. But there's a new Pops Discord, guys.
What does that mean?
I know what a
I
Discord is.
have not been able to understand Discord. I know people who use it, and I don't get it.
Just basically, it's a forum. It's a place for
Yeah,
top
it's like Slack,
people.
which I don't get either.
So it's like Reddit?
No,
No.
more private than that, or it's more exclusive, I guess.
Ooh. Exclusive.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll wear my dinner jacket.
Yes, please.
yeah.
We understand things.
All of the things. We understand
Okay,
all
it's
of
a
the things.
group chat. It's basically a chat room. It's a chat thing. Link.
Okay.
What's the URL or ID?
Someone figure it out and send me screenshots or something.
Oh, Amelia can't handle it.
Yeah, I tried to thread things on Twitter the other day, and
Brent's
Yeah.
all about it.
I think I considered it and I started putting one together and then I stopped.
Cool.
classic.
It seems like you should probably have one, Craig, for Wheezy.
Well, then that's another thing I got to do.
He doesn't
Don't you
mean
have
work.
an intern yet? Can't you make Ada do it?
Hey.
Ada.
He's
Make
already
it, make
quite a lot of
Ada.
screen time with like Daniel Tiger and Reading Rainbow, so probably
Okay.
not.
I
more
actually,
screen
I do
time.
have an assistant who could maybe manage that.
Make them do it.
Okay.
I've been meaning to try Daniel Tiger, but anytime that Eleanor will watch what I want to watch, it's True's Rainbow Kingdom.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that is. It sounds delightful.
True.
It's delightful.
Great though.
True in the Rainbow Kingdom is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if Adventure Time was actually a kid's show and not a
Adventure
crazy,
time!
messed up adult
can
show
join in the
masquerading as a kid's show.
I think Adventure Time would be is a great kid show.
No.
Okay.
It's so dark.
Yeah, she
It's
won't
so
understand the like philosophical
Yeah. But
elements of
it
it.
still has the potential to mess her up. Like, think about
No,
Jake in that Pink Lemonade story. And
Yeah.
that was
That lasted into episode 9.
the magical horses. What are the magical horses called?
My Little Ponies.
Yes. My Little
Oh.
Ponies.
Yeah, the Pink
Yeah.
Lemonade
I
story.
couldn't remember
Boom.
the words My Little Ponies.
Ah, la 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 la. The code is. There it is, y'all. I'm
Very
gonna leave that up for a
easy
second.
to remember.
Don't try to pronounce it
No.
because no.
Because that's not family friendly.
Yeah.
Maven prefers CNN.
Mm.
All right, Matt. Okay. We get your liberal agenda.
Fake news.
I get it and I love it.
Yep. All right, y'all. It has been a whole 7 minutes and 15 seconds. And somebody pointed out that I said we were supposed to have a guest, and we do. It's China. China's here with us tonight.
Yay!
She has not promised that she will stay with us, though. And since there's no trailer following episode 10, I put together something that we'll talk about afterwards. It's not a big thing. It's like 2 minutes, like trailer length. And then we have the 10 outtakes for anybody who wants to, stick around and get crazy.
I'm ready for crazy.
I fell asleep putting Eleanor to sleep, so we'll see how I do here.
Oh my God. And of course, China is in the episode
Yes!
twice.
Oh,
She is
Oh,
she
yeah.
is the nurse, and she is also in the coffee shop.
And she's also a double for
Oh yeah, and she doubled for
Me?
the
Fox.
alley has, I think, the most
yeah. There was
Carlin doubles of any
so
spot.
it was doubling for Carlin in the alley sequence, since there was so many of them at various points. Was your cousin
David,
Sarah,
Mary,
David, Mary.
Sarah, China,
David.
Jessica,
Jessica.
Mike Egan.
Mike Egan, at least 6.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty sure I was in there at some point.
I think you might be the only person who didn't actually double for Carlin.
Well, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're both.
Yeah, well, you
Oh.
stood in for me though.
Well, just for when we were setting up a shot. Yes.
Yeah.
now I'm offended.
Good.
Just don't make the cut, Craig. Sorry.
Who hasn't doubled for Carlin?
Craig and Jake. End of list.
It's a Pops rite of passage. I remember your casting call for the doubles. Wait a second. I put out a casting call for the doubles?
Really?
Maybe not the doubles, but something. Okay. Right. Okay, guys, we've almost hit the 10-minute mark, and there's a lot
I
of
am-
night left.
Ready.
So here we go. Add to stream. And
Ready?
count it down, Craig. Yeah.
8, 7,
Oh,
6,
no.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So exactly how does this work?
Yeah.
What you call from some Yahoo or something to prove?
You were going to see kind of how we ended up shooting this, and it's not safe.
No, and we kind of messed up your car a bit,
Someone
Eliza.
shut out.
Did we? I'm just happy to have a car that I was happy to drive at this point in time. I hated my
Because
other
we
car
kept
so much.
jumping from the front to the back seat.
Oh, that's where that came from. There's a puncture in the back seat, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Could be. I don't remember.
We don't just like do this all the time. We're not like
Really
a
doesn't
crime
matter.
team. This isn't a secret sanctum. This is our tiny little apartment, and those are my roommates. You should not be out fighting crime. Why is the bad guy calling us in the first place? That's comic book stuff. You're not supposed to be any big bad villains that call you up to tell you where to find them. Criminals don't announce what they're doing at all, especially not to hobbyist crime fighters. Why would they? What's the upside? It only introduces a more distinct possibility of their criminal plans getting disrupted. None of this makes any sense.
He kept
I was
making me
always-
laugh with that smile.
He did. I was always so pleased with the way those bullet holes looked. They're just these simple, like water, like you put a temporary tattoo on, but it's like
I don't know.
bullet holes that you can
Can we-
put on with water.
There's some people talking about how the audio is weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
quick
think-
pause. It's because you're not wearing headphones.
What if I just turn down my computer?
Their brain, it kills them, and it
Yeah.
Well,
Can we
that
hear you?
worked beautifully.
and they're heading right for it.
Will you say something?
Yeah, hey.
Okay. Solid.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
As long as you
Done
don't
and
mind not
done.
hearing.
It's still here fine.
It finds people it
Okay.
wants, and it uses them to get whatever it can. It's not space magic.
Space magic.
And it can move and stop time. How does it do that?
I always love that they put just cardboard with duct tape over the window, and you only barely see it. But after the whole ceiling thing, at the very last scene in the living room, there's a big, huge thing of cardboard instead of them fixing the ceiling with a bunch of duct tape.
The girls have gone out a few times, but it's not like they have any battle.
Yeah,
we
this
kept
was on
doing
tape.
that.
Yeah.
While
It was
you were
very
driving.
difficult.
Who gets which section of the fridge.
And then I had a light box in the back.
Apparently
Yeah,
Donald
just flash, flash.
And it got him.
It got him. Oh, he looks fine.
Time travel.
For real? Is it wormhole based? It's got to be her, right?
You're so worried about them, you need to go with them. You are the variable that shifts the equation into the plus column.
All right, Craig, they're now asking if you just shift the volume up a little bit on the video itself.
Fail. Are you scared?
Kinda.
You should be.
Oh, I wouldn't go.
A little more.
Not going so.
What, you want to go?
Sweet, thank
I feel
you.
like we're getting off track here.
Well, we'll go if it's important to you.
People are
For you. So,
What if I can't
getting
help
ready
it?
to cry.
they slowed you down for like 3 minutes. I just saw you disintegrate 2 dead bodies into nothing. You can control matter.
The bullet holes in the walls and everything I added in post, but the bullet hole in Swade's
I
head
haven't dealt with anything before.
is like a temporary tattoo, basically, that is 3-dimensional, and we just reddened and put fake blood dripping down.
Oh, I remember this alley.
Hey, it's our alley.
Bugs are
It's like we never left.
You raising precious?
Pat! 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 Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Is the sanction on the thug?
I love the orange in the background.
Yeah, it's just the color of the streetlights.
Yeah. And it's like so lovely.
And I also love that that guy pulled by so slowly. It just adds like a nice little bit of background business.
Didn't
Whoever
we have
it
a lot
was.
of problems with people driving by though?
Well, only one. So we had a cop with us every night because we had a gun
Yeah.
out on.
There was drag
The street?
racing, wasn't there?
There was a couple drag
Yeah.
races.
Yeah.
And one night, the cop came over and was like, everybody head into the art gallery, which was our kind of holding area. Somebody robbed a place right up here, and he's kind of like in the area, and I'll give you the all clear when he's either out of the area or we've got him.
So it was a really good time to be legally filming in a place and having, for example, a police escort.
Knowledge.
Yes. As opposed to us just stealing the footage and just hoping there weren't any robbers or
Crimes.
active gum shooters. Yeah.
You got this burner right here and a pocket full of bullies.
I love calling bullets bullies.
One goes down, the rest are gonna lose it.
And I also just love really long takes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember this long take.
You can see the clip lamp up there, clip to the garage.
That's called the patch and lamp in this episode.
Patch and lamp.
This is cool though.
Yeah.
I call catchphraser.
Catchphraser.
Yeah, I get to say it.
But I have a practical effect on my hand that's not supposed to be there yet.
Yeah, so we ended up shooting the walk-in just based on scheduling. After on the same night we shot Carlin's hand already shot. You can see it on her right hand. The
Just
bullet hole
pretend
is
it's not
there.
there.
I mean, if you're not looking for it,
Yeah,
you're
nobody
never
noticed.
gonna
Nobody
know.
notices it.
I always point it out.
Nice box score.
Looks like
Jasmine's
I will
memory.
say I watched this after our live stream last time. The beginning.
I had
will
totally
say I did
forgotten
not
about
boom
that.
mic
To the fun route.
We'll see.
in the scene.
Your logic does not compute, man. Trust me. I'm
You
a
kept
computer.
those shoes
Ran on
because they were the
simulations.
Pops shoes.
Yeah, and I wanted Jonas to not be able to afford new shoes. I wanted his shoes to look janked as hell.
Glen B, I think so too. I think that music kicks ass.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So this is, by this point, I was using mostly music from a library through our partnership with Studio 71. We were like a YouTube partner with them, and they had this huge music library full of awesome stuff, and I just
Which
combed
was
through it.
Like the best part of our partnership.
Yeah, it was just super
Go
accessible.
now, fight with your friends, then wait and fight against them. What just happened?
That was great.
I like Carl looking up and everything, or like Elston looking up and Carl being like, "What just happened?" But I think it should have cut to credits right after. Okay. These are the realizations we come to later.
You should have waited like 10 years before
You
you
okay?
released it.
So far.
Those eyes are the coolest. I agree. I'm really happy that the irises kind of glow and sparkle, and then everything happens.
There's gonna be some bang bang. All right, listen up. We're gonna trade this one for the time stop.
When Chris originally wrote Precious's dialogue, I think it was kind of based in like actual slang, and then by the time it gets to episode 10, I just have him saying the craziest garbage.
Hey, remember when it's cold and I was wearing a t-shirt and a vest?
So hand her over or I'm gonna punch your face.
I ain't playing.
At least it wasn't winter though. I dropped my phone.
There's a guy on the roof. He just dropped something over Donald. My portal will get you there. See if you can grab it. I'm gonna.
It was just a lot of
Yeah, good. Let's go.
writing and in execution. It just was a lot of figuring and planning to make this thing happen.
I remember that I never fully understood
No.
No, I
what I
didn't.
was
shooting.
No
I
idea.
just waited for Jake to direct me.
I really had no idea either.
Here, I've got it.
I ended up using more drum beats in the later episodes because it seemed military-ish,
You have it.
and we're becoming the platoon of Power Squadron.
Mhm.
Throw it off the roof too.
Holding the snake was awkward.
Yeah, holding the cloud snake looked awkward, but also gave Ryan a lot of trouble in VFX.
Oh, really?
I mean, he nailed it in the end, but it like
Yeah.
he was like, okay, now that we've shot all this, I have to figure out how that's gonna work.
Cool.
That was the body I made for Donald.
Yep, the same
we
body
had-
as the Donald body.
We had to buy a head this time.
It was for hairstylists learning to cut hair, and we put it on. And it was way too small for the body, but it kind of worked with just hair.
It looked great.
Yeah, it works. In the behind the scenes, though, like you see crazy small head on that thing. Looks like that Beetlejuice character.
Whoa. Donald, thing.
See, even if you shot it, did nothing.
Oh, no, gross.
Yeah.
Gross. No.
Oh,
There
I
it
didn't
is.
mean it. I didn't mean. Oh, no, hey.
This is also an effect shot because Mike Egan was standing in the back corner, and I had to replace him with the wall.
Oh.
There you go.
You got no mask in, Cloud Monster.
You okay? Sebastian.
Fine acting. Fine acting,
Like
Carlin.
in the writing of this, her hand was not shot so that this whole thing could happen. It was just shot because that's what happened when she got close to Precious. And then when I realized this could happen, I was like, yes!
Yeah.
What do I do? What do I do? Oh, we need something to put it in. Like we have a car? What? It's the parking garage. I can pop the trunk. Something smaller. Okay, I'll keep looking.
Oh.
My arm, you guys. In the arm. It's climbing. Donald, do something. Take the arm.
That is literally Carlin laying on the ground, dropping her arm, and then me rotoscoping her body out.
Yeah.
Or David. David might have rotoscoped that shot.
Join your arm? No.
David Wolf.
Let's see how this plays out. Doesn't hurt that much. Just kind of a throbbing. Oh no! There it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, there it goes.
The arm bulge is just a
Soda can.
bulge effect in the. Well, yeah, it was a soda can going up her sleeve, but the actual bulge was just. And that's I can tell that's Jessica. I can't always tell who the Fox replacements are, but that's the back of Jessica for sure.
Yeah.
All it cares about is books, pizza, sleeping in, and that boyfriend. I'm sick of living in it, so let me out of the briefcase. We can't. This is it, right now. No. Fine. Don't! Which one of you can do this?
Still in there?
You can fly.
Great entrance.
How can you fly?
I move matter.
That makes you fly.
I am matter.
So am I. Make me fly.
Can you get that thing out of it?
Fly me right at her.
What is this? What's happening?
I can't move it.
Why not?
I don't think it's matter.
What the hell is it?
Well, look like Johnny Answers.
So maybe you should just fly me right at her. Yeah.
Having a rough time over there?
Move her though. Nope. What? I can't do anything. It's not made of matter.
Those lens flares are the thing that sell all the glowing eyes effects.
God, Woodward coming at you. I can't seem to get a beat on.
It's never not funny, even though it's bad.
This is the guy.
A lot of Johnny Answers love right here.
You know what this body can do? Oh, guys, this is gross. This is gross. This is really. Get out of. How about this?
Bruised my ribs right there.
Yep.
Bruised my ribs.
You're kind of accident prone, honey.
Yeah.
He's a mess.
Okay, people are asking about the arm. Why doesn't she still have a missing arm? Oh, but this is awesome.
Yeah.
So this is from a makeup artist in the city, and Sueda to get his whole face plastered and everything so she could make the jaw replacement and the
There's
bones.
an update about it, right?
There's an update about it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But in answer to the arm question, because it wasn't Sebastian, since it wasn't Sebastian who lost her arm, as soon as the other fox got sucked in, the arm reattached.
Yeah.
If Sebastian got her arm cut off, every clone would have their arm cut off. They're not clones.
Still talking. No, come on. The chopped off head in this bag is still talking.
Ugh. Okay, you got that? Hold it tight. I'm gonna freeze time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Where'd it go?
They're gone.
Where'd you put
Love
it?
Die Hard.
There's a really weird echo. I think it's actually the effect I put on their voices
I don't
in
think
the
it's
alley.
No, well,
No, it's just an echo.
Oh, okay.
Digital.
calling out Animorph, early 90s kids.
Oops. Where did Virginia think of to make the portal go here? It's nowhere. She thought of nothing. It hasn't fixed it, Craig. You don't have to do that.
Haven't turned it on.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I'll go back a month.
You're gonna undo a month.
That has fixed it.
Yeah, here you go.
Right now, you did it when we killed.
Oh no.
I'm trying to stop you. I'm obviously gonna
Oh,
open
this
up a
sucks.
portal for you. Let's get Jonas to a
So good.
super comfortable.
You can
looking,
just
guys.
read the subtitles, guys. You can just read the subtitles.
Then we won't be able to hear you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Good. Look, it's been months and months since that thing hit.
We're losing China by the minute.
I gotta stop them from Pentameter's portals.
Who's Pentameter?
A guinea pig that Roxy was testing her superpower serum on.
And it worked? Where is this guy?
Like,
Why is my nose so
David
broad?
says just go back to it.
Stop it from killing Fox 4. Look, she was fine when she left us, so we're just gonna take the portal back to then.
Wait, hold up. For the past 4 days, Jonas has been harping at me about portals. If you've ever been through one, you're not going to be able to change anything your past self does until they go through it. It's very confusing.
That it's very confusing was a Craig ad. He added that, and it was perfect.
Portal, she becomes a time travel chastity belt. What do you think I've been complaining about?
Time travel chastity belt. Awesome.
Okay.
Look at that. Adjusting to the light coming through. Nicely done.
Yeah, each time you told me, make it bigger. It's brighter.
And it looks great.
It does. It works.
Oh, I like your ring.
Thanks.
The, like-
I wear it as a necklace now.
Were you
Nice.
sick, Eliza?
I'm guessing it was allergies. Maybe. Not bad enough to remember it though.
So this is the outdoor. This is the front door of our friend Evangeline's apartment, Robin Evangeline, and we used their apartment in episode 6, and she was also in episode 2. So it's like, again, every time somebody moves, we get to use their place again for the show.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
great.
I missed that sweater too.
That's a good one. Yeah, wasn't that your mom's?
No, that's an American Apparel sweater that they stopped making like,
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Dead. You're dead.
Fox 4 was wearing this hat. I'm sorry. It was Bella. Bella was wearing this hat because
Thank you for respecting her.
just for the wig of it all. That's the only reason you were wearing a
We
hat
did
in this
put you in
scene.
a hat once. There we go.
I know that you're a part of me. I don't choose to feel you. You're just part of who I am. Listen, you gotta go. You have to come with me. I don't have to do anything, but you're going to die. No, I pulled you in. You were dead. You were dead inside of me. If you're telling the truth and something comes for me, I'll deal with it. You don't deal with it. You die. I've seen the way you deal with it. I'm dying. You have to come with me. No. Then just get out of here. I'm not leaving Frankie. Fine. Take Frankie. Just leave town. Get out of Chicago. Sebastian, I can handle myself. Are you kidding me right now? I've made it very clear that you do not get to make decisions for me anymore. I have a life here.
Yep.
Please leave. Look,
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you what to do. Good job. Just trying to help.
Also, Bella's just being dumb. She should know better.
You think I'm in
She's not going to be told what to do anymore.
I know,
Especially
but-
not by Sebastian.
Yeah.
But also, yeah. But that's what makes it good, right? They're both right.
That's true. And they don't trust each other either.
No.
Mhm.
That shot that goes under the table, we didn't have PVC long enough. So in order to get the shot to go all the way, we had to pull the PVC while the dolly was already in motion.
I don't understand.
I love that stuff.
It was awesome, yeah.
That was our friend Mary as the back of Sebastian.
No, Sebastian. I'm gonna make you understand.
Yeah, by the end of by 10, you could really see like my love of horror kind of like itching to get out.
You always thought our right side was our best.
For me to turn off the heat.
We're all right.
I'm not done yet, Sebastian.
Well, my character was also like comical the whole time. So I think you wanted to give me something.
Well, you're a little darkling too, and so like
Yeah.
it's nice that you got to do something kind of messed up.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, and Fox 4 just is like she's hardcore. You don't mess with her. And the idea that she could control Sebastian is
actually has less caffeine in it than
I didn't know until I was writing the scene. This is hilarious. This was an ad lib as well.
Yeah, we did something different every time.
What happened?
Or did we only do it once? I don't know.
No, we did it like 3 or 4 times.
Carlin, you are so good.
Why, thank you.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Nice focus pull there. I always loved doing some of the more graphic stuff out of focus in the background. So that I could still be on camera, just out of focus.
Is that you, China? Is my double?
Yeah, that's actually China's back.
And she
Isn't
didn't
it weird
need
how
a
we
wig.
can tell who it is?
Well, her hair, that's actually just China's hair at the time.
Yeah.
She didn't need the wig
So it's
at
got
all.
just a slightly different tone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
much better match.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this. It's great, but it is creepy.
Oh, getting this t-shirt was a pain in the ass.
This was the first day of shooting. Oh yeah, and somebody mentioned earlier that they didn't see that the t-shirt only had one antler for a really long time.
And it was our 3rd iteration of trying to get this t-shirt.
Yeah, the head was always way too big, calling too much attention to the fact that it was a different t-shirt. I just wanted it the same size, missing an antler.
But we couldn't find the same base t-shirt, period.
It's a cool effect, though.
I still have my milkshake T-shirt.
It's
Me
such
too.
a good one.
Yeah.
I ordered the wrong size for myself, so I can't keep wearing it.
Yeah, me neither. I need to get back into shape if I want to wear that. I love this song. I can't remember the name of it, but again, I got it off that same site, and it seemed so Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross to me.
Can't really hear it.
I'm just gonna leave that closed.
I love this sequence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shooting this was dope.
That blood tear kills me every time.
Virginia. 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 Oh, no, no. Hey. Hey. No.
So weird to see the kitchen like that.
So this again is a callback to episode 5, where he talks about the layers underneath Donald's subconscious, and there are layers and layers you'd never want to know about. He's just walking down the layers.
The feathers.
The feathers made
Stuck
everybody
around.
feel like we couldn't breathe, but they look great.
We're just making each other laugh.
Not only was it not super weird to film, but like it seemed like we all just had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's a friend of David's. She came in and helped us out last minute. I cast somebody for it and she didn't show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
We'd
There was just 2 coffins, and we had to
Yeah.
keep moving them around.
we'd actually rented 3, but then we couldn't.
We couldn't fit them in the
transport 3.
minivan. And so
coffins is
Eliza's
all you
in
can
one,
fit,
Brent's
yeah.
in one, David's in one.
Did you already say you just changed the color of the wood on them?
Yeah, I just changed the color of the wood in After Effects to make it look like different coffins. There's a whole update about the coffins too. It's one of the last ones, and I really like it a lot. You should go watch it.
And there's a picture of my cousin doing sound while sitting on the coffin, which I really like.
Yeah. Hey. She just did us a big favor. Just 7 years later, yeah, I'll come back. Like, she was a 2-line character, and then she has all of these lines all of a sudden. And she does a great job. Katie, her name is, and she's a huge horror fan. When we get back to the next scene she's in, if you look at her tattoos, they're all horror. She has a Jason mask. She has an Ash Evil Dead chainsaw. She's like...
I'm good.
Nice.
Other than that...
Oh. Did they tell you what's wrong with him?
So this was a nursing college in DeKalb. I tried getting us into real hospitals, even ones that had wings under construction, and it was a no-go.
Yeah.
But since it was a nursing college, they didn't have all the right equipment, and we kind of had to cobble together what we could out of the props house last minute. There's only one prop that truly bothers me, but I won't bring it up now. I'm sure people know what it is anyway.
Yeah, one of them was already dead though.
Okay, but he was still moving and we threw him off a building.
And every single one of those heart monitors is all green screened on. We just had green on top of that monitor. And there's too much camera motion. It was probably the hardest I worked on the effects in this episode is just that monitor, the heart monitor right there. Making sure it was the right amount of out of focus. I'll stop talking so much.
That's what our life is going to be like now? I don't want it.
Brett,
Awesome.
I still think I've got some weird coffin rash from that. He legit did get a rash though, like right after that.
No, I
Whoa.
want to see her. 4.
Carlin, do you still trim your nails like that? They were always so impressive.
I didn't look what they looked like, but
You had the almond shape. Yeah.
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 like that? Yeah.
Stood for. We just wanted her to do her part. We didn't want to control her. We're a team. One part of the team is gone. What are the rest of us supposed to do? Didn't work out so great for her anyways.
In this episode too, I'm doing
Hey, at least one
Jonas's hair, a mix between Jonas's hair and my hair. I wanted my hair to look decent-ish in at least one episode.
Had you started to grow a beard before this and then you had to shave it off?
No.
No, you hadn't.
No, I
Okay.
waited until after Pops and then did my beard.
There goes another security deposit.
So all those bullet holes in the wall, I just had electrical tape marks that just stayed on our wall for the entirety of shooting so that I could track bullet holes to each of them and replace them.
What happened to her? Where are the other two?
They're at the hospital.
The hospital.
We have to do something with her.
Well, we can't vaporize her, Donald. It'll feel like she never existed.
We can't keep her. Freezer isn't big enough.
Donald!
Well,
We have to tell Frankie.
And that's Sarah. Sarah is doubling as the body. Eliza's cousin Sarah. Did a lot of doubling this episode.
We had to change clothes a lot, like in the same scene.
He'll react if someone who looks exactly like his girlfriend comes over and says that his girlfriend's dead.
We have to tell him something. He's just gonna be wondering forever.
Good sorrow in the knuckles there.
I know.
How you doing?
Meh.
Been a while. Didn't know if I'd see you again.
See, that tattoo says groovy with a chainsaw.
I don't need to. Our phones all have games now.
I love that too. Our phones all have games now.
Yes, I burned out the part of my brain that thing was trying to attach to. Hope it worked.
You're still here.
So are you.
Yeah. You haven't been able to get rid of me, but could you give me something else to wear?
I've only ever seen you wear that.
I wonder why.
I thought maybe you were warm. Because drinking a milkshake.
Come on. To have a girl with a milkshake, all you need is a milkshake. You've just been using this to distract yourself.
Why do I need a girl with a milkshake?
I don't know. What are you trying to tell yourself? Thanks.
That look she does is so funny. 6'5", y'all. 6'5". There's just a lot of like, since the entire last 2 episodes took place in that one night. This is the morning after, and everybody's feeling it a little bit.
Jeez. Hey, you're not dead.
Again, this scene is bare. Is we actually had to light it up inside this room so that we could get the outside exposed, so we could see trees and stuff. Since the distinction is that Jonas can't see outside the apartment, it's nothing but light, and we need to be able to see out these windows to be in the real world.
Something special because of what I can do. Haven't you though?
Yes.
The news.
I hear Chris Zabriskie Cylinders music, dude.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Isn't that something? No one can do what we can do. I felt we were given powers for a reason, but we weren't. It's just you. No purpose, no reason. We don't even have superpowers.
Was that decided on the day?
No, that wasn't even in the script. But while I was shot listing, I was like, we haven't had a joke in a while. So like I needed some business. And I thought if he stole change, I wrote it into the shot list.
Heroes, damsels. I thought there was a grand design. Where's your grand design? What am I supposed to do with all this? Whatever you want to do, man. Don't I have a responsibility?
You're right, though. A joke was good.
Yeah, we needed a little something here.
Mm-mm.
Now tell me, what is your real plan for me?
Why should I have a plan? I've done my thing. You're here, got some nice abilities. Some responsibility for yourself. No plan.
Give me back the change.
Again, not scripted. That was just Craig. We had to redress this milkshake so many times. The whipped cream melted so fast, and being in a dream world, it had to always look as perfect as possible.
We bought like just one canister of whipped cream for this, and we had to like run out in the middle and buy some more whipped cream.
Yeah.
Knuckles, I know my knuckles are amazing. I get it.
So
you really came into yourself as a knuckle actor over the course of this show.
We also have been locked off in this episode. Like the beginning episodes were handheld, and slowly over time we got more and more onto tripod. And this entire episode has been tripoded for the most part until she walks back into where Fox left, and Ryan picks up the tripod and goes back into handheld. And we end this sequence by going back into tripod.
Out of here with a bag over your head.
I dealt with it.
Well, I tried to report you missing. They said there was no Bella Solo.
Feel so bad for boyfriend.
I thought
Yep.
you were dead.
Let me go. I'm fine.
This wasn't an important scene for us to see for Frankie. It was just for Fox 3 to get to that graveside and then just make it hurt.
Yeah. Who cares about Frankie?
A lot of people actually. I'm reading.
Yeah.
Not so much right this second, but like
Guys, the actor's name is Brian. I've talked to him since. He's doing fine.
Yeah, Brian Ruby, he's great. He's got a theater company in Chicago. He's great.
Yeah.
Back into tripod.
I think this is 3, right?
Yeah, it's 3.
This is Fox 3. She always had the
3 was
biggest connection with 4.
3 was the friend of 4.
So I'm stuck here?
Don't have to be.
How do I get back?
Might be easier just to let go.
You usually work at the Alamo Draft House?
You know how much damage you did to your brain?
Which one?
No.
And you wouldn't have to worry about that body count anymore either. And then Jonas Terror would be over.
I'm not going to kill myself.
You already did the hard part. It'd just be letting go. It's not like you never thought about it.
What do you know about it?
Me? Probably nothing. I just live in a place where you stick all your regret and shame.
Well, then your perspective's probably a little skewed.
What about mine?
Yeah.
I love all the character jumps. Originally, the first draft of the script, it was just Virginia all the way through all of Jonas's flashbacks. It didn't switch to Donald. It didn't switch to...
This was my idea because I also had started grad school at this point in time. And I was like, that's a lot of lines.
Well, and it just works so much better to bring everybody in. I'm so glad you mentioned it.
Yeah.
China was in the background there.
Yep.
So I quick
My hair looked so good this day.
And there's Emily.
When she got
There's Ryan.
to see what kind of person she was. And I lucked out. She stopped time an hour earlier to get a seat on the L. Watch.
Again, that's the same gag where I have a string of Christmas lights going up my sleeve and somebody plugs it into the wall so that I have light shine on my face.
Content composition. And it turned out it was different from everyone else's. It has like a weird chemical.
Caffeine, actually, Jill.
Yeah. Caffeine in Evanston is this place. Great place.
Found her. It was just a matter of scanning for people with the same kind of chemical signature in their brain. It wasn't hard once I knew what I was looking for.
Same half-price books as before.
Actual employees.
Yep.
It was to find other people with powers.
And there we are in the best Mexican restaurant in Highland Park, Illinois, Casa de Isaac y Moishi.
I miss that place now.
Oh my God, that place is so good. Their chicken tinga tacos are the best.
Those are the F and Mac. After that, it was simply a matter of finding an apartment big enough to hold all of us.
My old apartment.
In their minds that it was
Yep.
time.
Our old apartment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they all thought it was kind of weird that we lived in an apartment and
I
had.
was really glad to eat that burrito.
Came out.
It was a tostada.
I'm really glad that made it into the episode.
Yeah, well, we did it once on an ad lib just because he had sour cream on his beard, and then we had to recreate it several times.
There for all that? Oh, sure. So, did you remember?
We shot this the same night we shot all the opening car stuff.
You forget all the damage you've done? All the damage you could still do?
What do you think?
He's caught between one way and a stop sign there. His subconscious is telling him there's one way.
In a hard place,
and he's trying to stop. Again, no lights. This is just all with the exterior lighting, and it looks amazing.
And again, our bathroom looks just so much bigger than it is.
Oh,
Yeah, I look amazing.
Also, chorizo tostada. Chorizo tostadas are the F and Mac guys. But if you go to Casa de Isaac and Moishi, get the chicken tinga tacos. That's just how it's got to be. I dug the idea that as soon as he was left to his own devices, Carl just went and sat in the sun.
How'd you know who was coming?
Electricon?
Yeah.
I didn't. But Did You Get Him was my safest opener no matter who it was. I figure if Demon killed you all and was coming after me and I opened with Did You Get Him, I could pretend it was all part of a plan to help him get you guys. Buy me enough time to figure out my next move.
Nice.
So did you get him?
Yep.
Precious?
He's alive.
Good for him.
He seemed like kind of a douche.
He's all right.
He shot Fox 3.
Is she okay?
Yeah.
It all worked out then.
So, in your time with this group, you didn't happen to run into any other big criminals anywhere, did you?
We pretty much hung out in a dilapidated warehouse waiting for him to kill us. Wait, you're not looking to go fight more crime already? Didn't you just get back from a huge battle? Take a morning, man. Get some sleep.
I hardly did anything. My electricity couldn't affect the cloud snake. I spent days just sitting around, time traveling so that nothing would happen to me. Knocking you guys out in the courtyard, which took no effort. And then when I finally took a big battle, I spent most of it frozen in time. Sure, I did chop his head off, but let's face it. Virginia ended up getting rid of the thing.
You chopped his head off?
Everything's the worst. I don't have a supervillain or any way to find other crime.
Well, you could be blind.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I was trying to choke you out, so.
You probably would have let me go if I shocked you anywhere. I didn't have to go for the eyes.
So you think somebody could give me a ride home?
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks.
Come on.
This was the nicest day of shooting that I remember.
It was beautiful out. It was beautiful out. And that is, again, Charlie Carner, the kid who played me in episode 9. And in that time, he had kind of cut his hair, not because of me, but like similar to mine. And it was like awesome.
Yeah.
She was really good about the breakup, too. She still liked me. She just wanted to go out more instead of staying inside all the time. She couldn't go out. Collected too many headstones being out in the world.
Still went to school though.
Thought I had to. Kids go to school.
You saw at her locker on the arm of Brad Jeffries.
He was nice.
So shout out to my 2 high school friends, Brad and Jeff.
Nice.
Done, made up for any of this.
Not LF Cemetery, actually. This was a cemetery in Waukegan.
Mm-hmm.
how many flowers that kid is holding. Donald likes to think that.
Got it through the same. See, he's already wearing a shirt too. Got it through the same hookup.
Entire life.
David Motley is the guy who was our connection to Waukegan, where we shot the alley, where we shot this cemetery. He helped us out so much, and he is amazing. He even dropped Damon's body off the roof for us. And it was his art gallery that we were...
Carlin drawing on his
Oh, I
cheek.
did draw on you.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was cut or something.
No, there's got to be like, we had to fit little fun things in where we could because it gets so heavy in this episode.
It proves that you don't have what it takes.
And Jonas says a lot of awful... he's not really on message about suicide here. He's pretty closed-minded about the whole thing.
Corner of this graveyard.
Doesn't treat it like a disease at all. He treats it like a choice.
One of them.
Aren't you the nice guy? Can I help, hon? The monitor's beeping.
Mary! The funny thing is, okay, so the last time we used her was as Craig Kidd's mom, and she got to use her humor. She's an actual comedian. We've seen her do her show a few times. She's hilarious. And she doesn't get to be funny at all as the nurse.
A room around the bed to help your friend.
I mean, you could argue that it's pretty funny.
Where are we? Decoration.
Jenna Decker was our big donor for episode 10. She came out to be the doc. And Brent... China! Brent, our friend Brent made all the hospital name tags for you guys. He posted them on Facebook. You all chose your own names and everything. It's great.
Donald's head just exploded from over-enthusiasm then.
Shocking us.
There's always going to be an excuse to hurt one more. There's only one way to stop this.
All these flowers that he's placing on graves and everything, we just actually picked on the way to the set that day.
And they wilted
real
so
fast. It was so hot out. Well, it was nice. It was nice out.
Come on.
Shad flower.
It's going tachycardic. Could you do it in
Is
the
that
hall,
you?
please?
Your hands. Good job.
That's my hands.
Charging.
Good job.
That's my Fitbit.
I can still help them.
They don't need your help anymore.
Virginia-ish.
Hang out.
Yeah, Virginia-ish. In the subtitle. It was Donald-ish,
yeah.
Virginia-ish, Sebastian-ish.
Clever.
No, I didn't make the heart monitor screen. Whatever was on the heart monitor screen, I had to put there, but they had like a series of screens for training nurses, and I just rolled off on a bunch of them.
Here.
Here?
Now.
Let go.
Code 1 milligram epinephrine.
Let go. Yeah. Let go of everything.
Good work, China.
You don't have to feel responsible. You don't have to feel frustrated, angry, sad. You don't have to feel happy. You don't have to wonder why you don't feel happy. You don't have to feel anything. You don't even have to breathe. You've been breathing for every minute of your entire life, even when you're sleeping. Can you imagine how much energy you've spent breathing? Aren't you tired? You don't have to feel tired anymore. You can just stop.
Take over on compressions.
Excuse me.
Get out of here.
People always talk about like people flashing in, like Fox flashing into Sebastian, or like him shocking him, and the nurses being so blasé about it. But they don't ever really have a very clear view of what's happening.
Yeah.
And even if they did see it directly, they would dismiss it out of hand and continue trying to save a patient. Anyway, that was how I justified it. People keep bringing it up in comments, though, so it's a swing and a miss.
Gotta go.
There was an actual line in the script here where Sebastian goes, "Reverse Sleeping Beauty," which is the entire reason I wanted to do it. I wanted to reverse Sleeping Beauty, but like calling it out was too much.
Sebastian playing with the.
Wait, I unplugged it and plugged it back in again.
All of that dialogue there was all ad-libbed between us.
So you didn't
They tried to not let us shoot that emergency exterior, but we stole it.
Mad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that looks really delicious.
Again, back at Casa de Isaac, they let us come in. They were open. Whoever you see in the background is just people eating, except for Mike Egan. Mike Egan was here doing sound helping with sound that day, and we threw him in the background. That's him. That's Mike.
Their job
over Jonas's shoulder.
For the rest of my life.
Because we started like before anybody came in for lunch, so there was like.
And that's Mike behind Eliza too.
There was a little bit of shooting where there wasn't anybody.
Mike's leaving.
Bye, Mike.
Go there.
Again, thanks for the Mexican food, dude. It was great.
Awesome.
Trying to do something with EKG. Kissing G.
Okay.
Keep working.
Again, this is like over 10 pages of just us sitting at a table talking. But after so much dourness in the episode, having the four of us around a table just chitty chatting was so much fun. I didn't want to cut any of it.
No, I already made out with Virginia today. Are we exclusive, or can I float Sebastian's burrito?
Guys,
Electro gamma ray?
float it, Sparkles. Right into my mouth.
Yeah, you're trying to make it sound dirty.
No, what I'm trying to do is christen the airship burrito. And all your fun is the stall tactic flag.
That's a mouthful.
Not yet, it's not. Guys.
Energetically kissing grandma.
Do we have to do the whole circus right now?
I may have lost the thread here.
Why I wanted Roxy to get rid of our
China
house.
still says that sometimes.
One meal without somebody's head exploding.
Which bit?
Breaking our
You may have
eyes
lost the thread
slowly.
here, or I may have lost the
I have
thread.
my tacos. You have your tacos. Isn't that enough?
For me.
It would be enough.
You are the captain of the crazy charge.
How am I hungry?
Everyone riled up.
Would actually like to know
hungry.
right now.
Taco.
Just real quick.
Float it.
Oh, that's not how that usually feels.
Okay, taco time.
That should do it.
Stop floating.
No, that was the mind reader. He's still working on EKG a little bit. You're just a loop of chomping on a floating burrito. She's still thinking about that kiss.
Thinking you're an idiot.
I had to go 3 levels down, but it's there.
EKISSING.
Son of a bitch.
You wanna try?
Make me eat the burrito.
No, she wants to do that already. Make her give me half.
No.
Okay.
No.
I can read you. You're scared because you want the other half of your burrito for dinner.
Damn right I do.
But I can't get a hold of you.
Dinner burrito lives.
Dude, that thing's gonna be cold by the time you get around to it the first time.
Speaking of, Eliza's tacos got so cold that she ended up not being able to eat their chicken tikka tacos for, I don't know, half a year.
Yeah.
It was really sad.
But it was worse on the outside shot.
Yeah.
I finally swapped for like just lettuce and sour cream tacos and it got a lot better.
Yeah, that was the move. It was really smart.
Mine did not get better. I held on to it for like 2 hours.
I ate all mine. It was
I'm gonna
great.
try with the floating one more time.
Oh my god. I knew we shouldn't be messing with this. Oh, hilarious. Mess with the easy target. Who knew a coma would make you funnier?
Did we return that plate? I think we probably.
Yeah, we absolutely returned the plate. Yeah.
Not for me, at least. I diffused my.
You didn't actually tell me to take it with me. I just took it.
Yeah, you were like, she'd still continue to eat.
I'm getting scared every 5 minutes.
This shot took forever. It's a really complicated walking shot. Again, Ryan's just on the glide cam.
I am not in the right position.
It includes a turn.
Oh yeah.
So many lines.
Many times.
I don't care, man. I spent the last 15 years hiding in a cave, and the door just got thrown open.
At least we still have Virginia's portal.
I really don't want to do this anymore, Donald. I've been
I love the fan in the wall that they pass. I think it's just very, very Blade Runner looking. It was a while ago.
leading up to that. That sucks.
How much more damage do you think that cloud thing would have done if you didn't throw it in?
Oh, no, there it is.
That thing came from the portal, Donald. I spent the last 12 hours having one heart attack after another. It's like living in a
Funny story. The wall they're next to is where we used to do our laundry because we didn't have a washer dryer.
Yeah,
in the Ravinia apartment.
before I can stop helping Matt.
Or access to it either. The downstairs people had exclusive access to the washer dryer.
Don't yell at her, man. This is the same old Donald diatribe. We're almost in our 30s. Don't you think it's time to lay some of this angry ambition to rest? How can you say we have any responsibility at all now that you know?
And I always have to point this out, but lay this angry ambition to rest is exactly what they do in the next scene.
You weren't chosen by anything but chance.
I still feel chosen.
Who chose?
I do. I choose. I give this meaning because I go out there and use my powers. It doesn't matter how we got them, it matters how we use them. And they only have meaning if we use them. You can talk to me about the same old Donald diatribe forever, acting like you know everything from the safety of your little crawl space. You know how many speeches you've given me about how I'm wrong for doing anything? How about you just stop sitting around telling me what I'm doing
Here
wrong?
comes my McAvoy. There. That's it.
Damn it. We have superpowers and all we do is sit around and talk. What the hell, guys?
I want you to have your meaning, Donald.
Focus pull.
I want a glass
Nailed
of water
it.
during my many peaceful nights at home.
I love it.
Still let me use your portals so I can go back and find crimes?
Time travel is not a fix-all, Donald. Opening portals all willy-nilly is what let that cloud thing in the first place.
None of it is ADR, actually, Hecky.
Driver's license picture for the rest of her life. Lipstick scars. Certainly didn't help that score.
Oh, yeah. Now that Jonas can't dissolve matter anymore, we have to do something with the body.
Cut to Turnbull Woods every time. It's so somber compared to the rest of the series. Episode 10 is.
Yeah.
Most series finales are.
Was that restaurant scene the last thing we shot besides the final shot?
Yeah.
We shot this first?
We shot this way before that, yeah.
Goodbye to Frankie. So we won't be waiting for you to come home forever.
And I had to have a super long line.
You were my favorite, Bella. Even though you left us and left our name. And cut our face. Yeah, and that wasn't awesome. But you can't pick your favorite. Your favorite just is. I'm gonna like the world a little less now that you're not in it. I'm gonna miss you.
I always liked that it seemed like it was somebody standing in for you, but we green screened that whole thing so that you could just squat right into it.
It really worked out.
Knuckles.
Last Knuckles you're ever gonna see.
Not true. In the epilogue, those knuckles turn into a fist of justice.
Oh.
Thanks for that night in the tub. You were using me, but still really cool.
His shirt, the pattern on his shirt is reversed because I had him come in from the wrong side of camera and I had to flip the entire shot to have him come in from the right side.
Right. I'll figure it out. You always do.
I didn't even notice.
He's wearing a DPC shirt.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
You did a couple ad libs here. This is just the one we ended up with.
You must be talking to me. I'm the only one here.
You're not using our stove to create new life or anything, are you?
Turkey tacos.
Don't burn yourself.
I'm watching them.
Save me some.
I will when you start pitching in for ingredients. What do we say about knives?
Piero's Pizza. Oh my god.
Just gonna go out?
There's multiple reasons we can't have Piero's Pizza.
Ain't dressed for dancing.
Is anyone gonna get hurt?
Meh.
Well, if there's nothing else.
Ooh, this could be bad. Home invasion and the family is home putting the kids to bed.
Are they already in the house?
Here's the only time we see the cardboard on the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
Crime. Got it.
We did not see that costume until she came out in it. It was the first time she came out on camera was the costume
You
reveal.
wanted a surprise.
I did want a surprise. I love it.
It's delightful.
Okay.
I have the hat.
Somewhere in the vicinity of the dining room. You guys have fun. I'll give you a minute to get situated and I'll wait for your text.
This was good fun. the scene we go
I'd love
to.
start time back up. You want to play some bananagrams?
Sure.
After you call the cops.
Yeah. My old place.
Yep, Carlin's apartment. This stunt team are the guys. So the guy in the lead is the one who we met for the parking garage stuff in episode 8. He choreographed that, and some of his buddies did the work.
Three of you, huh?
These guys are a team, and the Fox double is also part of their team. Who does the kicks and everything?
Yeah.
Was that the end of your story?
Yep.
Great.
They were amazing to work with. They
They're
were
all great.
so fun. They were so fun.
This was good fun.
He had a back plate on, so he could just take that hit so hard. Same with our guy in the lead here.
What is that?
Oh yeah.
I loved that apartment.
I was trying to figure out how we were going to be able to have Craig drag him across the thing. In the end, he just dragged him by the leg.
No, we put a pillow under him, right?
Like maybe a blanket or something, but we didn't have any. Craig didn't have any help. He had to drag him.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Breakaways.
Our first time getting them.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
fun.
but we only had a couple of them, and you're like, don't mess it up.
Yeah.
And so now the exterior of the house, again, David Motley's place in Waukegan. We were just hanging out, and right after this, we all went to a bar right around the corner and just chatted about stunts and acting, and it was super fun. That guy in the window, a guy named Jay, David's friend. Okay, so now the cops coming up are Motley, who's the guy who's been helping us the whole time, and a buddy of his who is, I think, an actual police officer.
Did we actually get a cop car?
We could not get a cop car at the end of the day. We didn't have the enough insurance for it. So I put the police on the door in After Effects and everything. We had one small little light on the dashboard. I made all the lights flashing next to the headlights in After Effects.
So hard. So expensive.
This was a pain in the ass getting this location. And then we had it for such a short time.
I just want to watch it.
Was it the roof of
City Hall?
City Hall, yeah.
There were a lot of bees.
It was awesome.
Because there's a full garden atop the roof of Chicago City Hall.
I'm not doing anything because I am paralyzed in fear of heights, which is why I'm staring stone-faced ahead.
That was the end, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the garden at the
captured by Jasmine
was beautiful, but it wouldn't make sense to shoot it.
Yeah, so we had to work really carefully to shoot around the huge garden on top of City Hall, because it'd be cool if you could introduce a scene there and talk about the garden on City Hall, but it had to just look like standard superhero roof, which is not a garden.
No.
Yeah.
So we just had a tiny little section of the corner to work with.
Huh. Well, that was a pretty good series.
Yeah, that was great. Good ending.
Uh-oh.
Boom, shakalaka. Then there were two, bro. All right. Hey, you have any experience making one of those job resumes? I think I'm gonna need one now that I've managed.
Resumes.
Yeah. Oh, let's get that. Yeah. Pineapple Boy. There you go.
Yeah, guys. Awesome.
Woo!
Awesome time. Yeah, so that one was almost an hour. Second longest episode, 59 minutes. Cool, guys. So, Craig, pull up the file called Saying Goodbye.
Already doing it.
Thank you. So, we are going to do the PoPS 10 outtakes. Anybody who wants to head over to the second stream. Pop Squad and Pops Quad. That's my mom. I like to theorize Jonas is faking. He is not. Ooh, canon. Jake said it, means it's true. You guys are awesome. This is all just so...
Yeah, China, you're still here.
You made it.
I'm still here. I want to see the outtakes, but also I'm very tired.
Yeah. So we'll move on. Yeah, the second stream was a weird thing. This time, the link for the second stream is already up, so you should be able to move over to it. So there is no trailer for obviously a follow-up to Pop 10. So what I did is I grabbed 2 minutes of a couple of things. During the fundraiser, one of the donation perks for anybody who donated was a series of behind-the-scene videos of all of our shoot days. And I made it through about half of those before we had a child and uploaded them. So I went through the second half of all the footage because Brent was around shooting everything. And I just skimmed through it looking for when people rapped, for when we rapped Scott, for when we rapped Suede and Tommy, and when we rapped the four of us and the crew.
Oh, shit.
And so I also just grabbed some fun clips that I saw along the way. And it's about 2 minutes. And it's saying goodbye to Pops. It's all of us saying goodbye to Pops.
Yeah.
So pull that sucker up and turn up the volume, sir.
I did.
All right. Oh, yeah. It's my responsibility. All right. Here's saying goodbye to Pops.
2, 1.
Roll sound.
Rolling. Except for that bump.
And switch. When you lead, you need me to be with you. Follow where you lead.
No, I didn't think it would be a 7-year thing.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. Got to meet a ton of awesome new people and just such a great group of people to be able to work with. So, dude, yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Scott Hall.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me do it.
Yeah. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, of course.
She's not in there. I pulled her in and she's dead.
Cut.
Holy shit.
Oh, cut. That's it. That is it. That is a series wrap on Suede.
Don't do it.
Oh.
Don't do
And
it.
a series wrap on Teamwork.
Are you serious?
Yep. That's it. That's it for the boys.
You smell good.
You do smell good. What are you doing?
Well, I am clearing the graves.
What's on the docket for today? Hang on 1 second.
Hey, Dylan. Hey, Greg.
The rooftop of City Hall.
Like cannon back here. We're gonna have to go with the dark. On the other side. You see?
Hey, I'm wearing that sweater.
That's it. That's a series wrap on the Platoon of Power Squadron. That's it.
Do we get some more shots?
No, we gotta go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Aww.
No more shots.
I want to get more shots.
Let's go do shots.
Let's do shots.
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 That's it. That was
Nice.
the last shot that we shot is the last shot of the show. We just had a really hard time finding City Hall. Yeah.
And then we went and had lunch, but we did not do shots, I don't think.
No.
No.
I might have had a beer, actually.
Yeah, that's not a shot though.
Didn't we like move to Austin?
The very next day.
Was it the next day?
It was the next day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah,
you throated that needle.
Because at the end of brunch, Eliza and I clung to one another and cried heartily.
Well, because when like I just blurted out because I realized it. Well, like in the middle of lunch, I like turned to you and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is the last time we're gonna see you before you leave." And Eliza looked at me like this, and I was like,
I'm like sad about that.
I know. This whole thing has put me back in the place, man. It put me back like that. That was a time. And everything's changed so much right as soon as this show ended. Everything changed.
Like as soon as it ended, yeah.
The minute it ended.
Both of you postponed things that you knew you wanted to do for this show. So
I don't
thank
think-
you.
I don't think we did.
I think you would have been. I think you would have been in Austin sooner if you hadn't been filming Pops.
I mean, I always planned on if you needed more, I'd just fly back and do it. Yeah.
True.
We watched an update earlier, an old update. We were watching the one where we went to Austin for the whatever WebFest thing.
Austin Adventures.
Yeah, we didn't watch the whole thing, but I just I got really wistful for that time in our lives where we didn't have children.
I know.
To do whatever we wanted all the time.
I know, dude. To be unquarantined and childless would be something else.
Yeah.
Now this will be recorded on YouTube forever, so you can show this to Ada later.
Nicole is once again shouting out the Discord code to anybody who would like to Discord. And yeah, so we shot that in like summer, and then we had the music box release in March 4th.
So nine-ish months later.
Yeah. So it was like the entirety between the time I wrote the episode to it was the longest, I think, between episodes. It was between 9 and 10 because we were waiting for a series of things to happen. A lot of effects took time. Making the box sets took time. It just took a lot of time to close up all the accounts on it. Yeah. You guys, thank you for coming out and doing this with us. This has been an absolute blast and has completely made me totally nostalgic and wistful for the stuff we used to do.
I'm excited for the stuff we're gonna do.
I'm still excited for the stuff we're gonna do, and I was focused mostly on that and raising our kid and working in I have a great job. I mean, we all are doing good stuff. It's just I want to do more of this kind of stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need Eleanor to be a touch older, and then I feel like we can get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll happen.
Start school, especially. Game on.
Right.
Come
on. Thank you guys so much. This is the end of this stream. This will stay up on the channel. I'm going to make a playlist of just these live stream videos, mostly so that I can have them and look at them. If anybody else wants to forever, you can do that as well until the internet collapses or whatever. The live stream, the outtakes are coming down in 24 hours. That link should already be active. I'll send you guys an email to head over there, and we will see you in a little bit. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.